Welcome back to my weekly card counting video. In this video, we're going to be playing with 6 decks, all right? And we're going to be using a bet spread, so that means I'm going to be counting with you. We are going to go nice and slow today, so if you need to watch me on double time or 2 times speed there, 1.5, whatever, on YouTube, feel free to do so. Anyway, we're going to be playing with $2,000 here, so we got 1,000 in black. That's 10 black chips there, as well as these are in piles of 100 for the green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think I have another 5 already. So another 1,000 in green. Bet spread that I'm going to be using today for this video. I wrote it down for you. So if you want to pause the video, you can, but it's going to be a 1 to 10 bet spread. And additionally, there's going to be kind of these 4 rules: H17, double after split, resplit aces, but not surrender. So even though my table says we're going to stand on all 17s, an S17 game, we are not going to be doing that for this video because I found that a lot of people don't have access to that, or they can't maybe quite afford to play those minimums yet. So because of that, we're going to play it that way. I am going to shuffle these up here a little bit here for the beginning. That should make the rest of this, obviously, we won't know what it is. It should mess up the rest of the orders there, okay? And we're gonna cut off. I'm gonna use a cut card here and cut off about, let's go a little bit less than a deck. Let's get your money's worth for that today. Oop, throw that random 2 in there. Let's say maybe 3/4 of a deck or so. Be pretty good penetration if you got that. Anyway, I'll throw us into the shoe, and then I'm gonna be counting along with you like I said. So we're going to go nice and slow for my beginners. Again, if you're more advanced, you can watch me on double time. So we got a 1 to 10 bet spread starting out with $25. Again, some of you might not be able to afford this bet spread quite yet, so you can adjust it to whatever you need if you need to play along at home with me. Otherwise, let's take one burn card here, throw it into the bottom. By the way, I have my discard tray down there in the corner for you. I know it's been gone for a few videos because I haven't done a 6-deck video in a while. So let's try this here. Are you ready? Get set and let's go. All right, so normally when I do this, I announce the hand, like I'd say 16 versus the dealer's 4. But since I'm counting with you, I'm probably just going to be going over the running count. So neutral, neutral, +1. All right, I'm not going to go that slow the whole time, but I probably just would say, all right, +1. I'm going to stand on that. +2, or just 2, 3, and back to 2, and that's too many. So you won $25 there. All right, tell you what, let's break this down a little bit. All right, count is at 2. Running count is at 2. So because we need a running 6 with 6 decks left to be played, we can't raise our bets just quite yet. All right, so it was at 2, now it's at 3. Neutral, neutral, remember. That's an 11. We're going to double down. Counts at 3. Nice. 21. Now it's back to 2, 3, 4, and back to 3. So $50. All right. Running count is at 3 now. Still our $25 out there. All right. Soft 19. Still at 3. We're going to stand on that. 2. 1 and 21, but back to 2. Okay, so I got to take that one from you. But more importantly, the count is at 2. Still betting our minimum. Was at 2, 1, 0, D1. No blackjack. Going to stand. And D2. All right, so that's a push. Anything negative, we're going to be betting the minimum. Counts at D2. Now it's at D1. That's a stand. 0. Still 0. And too many. The count is at 0. So we won that one. Excuse me. All right. Count still at 0. So that's going to be a hit. Nice. 21. Still 0. 1. 2, and back to 1. That's too many. Okay, count's still at 1. Not enough to raise the bets yet. Now the count's at 2. This makes it 2. That's going to be a stand. Still 2, and back to 1. Bust. No blackjack. The count was at 1. Now it's back to 0. It's going to be a hit. 1. And back to 0. We busted. All right, dealer. And so if it was at 0, now it's at 1. Again, I'm trying to go nice and slow for you guys. All right, count was at 1. Now it's at 2, 3, 4. Split 3s against a dealer's 2 through 7. So these are going to be split. Count's still at 4 on the first 3. Now it's at 5. And back to 4. Ooh, nice. Still at 4. We're going to double this down. Ooh, dang it. Back to 3, though. See if we can bust the dealer. 4, 3, and 2. Nice. All right, running count is at 2. Okay, now the running count is at 3. This is actually just a hit. All right, now you can stand. Back to 2, 3, 4, and 3. Still the minimum. Maybe we'll raise it eventually. Hey, blackjack. Nice. So that doesn't help the count, though. It was at 3. Now it's at 2, 1, 0. Okay, so these are 25. That means you need another 12.50. All right, 5, 10, 12, 50. And I think the count is still at 0. All right, still betting the minimum. D1, D2, or -1, -2. I say D for down. I'm going to stand on that. Still at -2. Okay, definitely more than a deck in the discard tray. So all we would need is a 5 to raise our bets. 5 divided by 5 would give us that true 1. Count still at -2. Come on. -3. Stand. Still -3. And too many. Okay, again, anything negative, we're betting the minimum. Was -3, 2, 1, minus, or I should say -2, -1, 0. It's a lazy way of counting. All right, that's going to double. Counts at 0. Now it's at 1. Still 1 and 0. Nice. Our stacks are growing. Counts at 0, right? Looks like we've got a little bit of profits thus far. Probably more than our EV. All right. Counts at 0. Uh-oh, got an ace. Now it's at -1. Any insurance? No, we don't take it when it's negative. But they have it. And -2. -1, 0, 1. It's going to be a double down. Nice. Back to 0. Uh-oh. And 1. All right. Okay, counts at 1. Is this a double? Let's see here. It was at 1. Now it's at 2. No, we are not going to double this. No blackjack and no insurance either. All right, count was at 1. Now it's at 2. So we're just going to hit this. Now you can stand. 3. And let's see. Take one more. There we go. Oh, that's 21. Count's still at 3. Okay, still betting minimum. Getting closer though. Oh, now it's not. Let's see, it was at 3, now it's at 2. That's a hit. Now I can stand. Now it's at 3 again. And back to 2. So we got to take that each by 1. All right, counts at 2. 3, 4, 5. Now we're getting somewhere. That's a double. 6. All right, can we bust? Nice. Back to 5, and I think we can raise our bets. Okay, counts at 5. Definitely less than 5 decks to be played. So we can bet 2 spots. So we have a true 1 here. Counts at 5. Oh, look at this. Now it's at 6, 7. So we're gonna double down. Back to 6. Nice. Over here, that's gonna stand. Counts at 6, 5, and 4. Nice job. All right. Counts at 4. Yeah, I'd say there's right at probably 4 decks left to be played. So still a true 1. Count still at 4. It's going to stand. That's going to stand. 3 and 2. Nice. Okay, a couple wins, but got to lower your bet here. Counts at a running 2. Okay, running 3. Stand. 2, 3, and 2. All right, still our minimum. Good luck on the ace. Yeah. All right, count's still at 2. So again, that's another, tell you what I'll do here. I'll give you a 2 green, and I'll trade this in, all right? Oh, I think that one should go there. Yeah. Put that off to the side just in case we get it again. Okay, count's still at 2. If a casino ever does that, don't trust them. Counts was at 2, now it's at 1, 0. We're going to stand. Back to 1 and 0. Zero, of course, we're going to be betting our minimum. Okay, still at 0. 1, 0, D1 or -1. Okay, anything negative, we're betting the minimum. Was D1, 0, 1. Gonna stand. 2. So we gotta take that. All right, counts at 2. We don't quite have enough for a raised bet yet, so still at 2, betting the minimum. Okay, now it's at 3. We can stand. Still 3, 4, and 3. Nice. All right, this is getting close. I'd say there's probably not quite 3 decks in there, or 3 decks. Yeah, not 3 decks in there, so there's more than 3 to be played. So I am still going to be betting my minimum, but we're getting really close here to 3 decks left. All right, and because of that, since we're playing a 6-deck game, I am not going to take insurance here because we're still at a 3, and I would say we're not quite at a true 3 yet. Also, it's actually 3.2 if you want to be specific about it. So if it was exactly 3, I still probably would not take that. Now that said, they probably have it, and they do. Okay, so back to 3, or it was at 3, now it's at 2. So I got to unfortunately take that. Okay, counts at 2, so we definitely don't have enough to raise the bets now. All right, 3, 4, 5, stand. 6, 7, and that's 17. So nice. Counts at 7. That's going to be good. All right, now I'd say there is 3 decks in there. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so 7 divided by 3 is also going to be a true 2. Now we can bet 50 in 2 spots. Count is at 7. Speaking of 7s, counts now at 8. All right, stand, hit. Still at 8. Hit. And 9. Now we can stand. 10. Counts going up. 9. And 10. Let's see. 13, 18, 19. Counts at 10 though. Okay. Again, 9 divided by 3 would be a true 3. So 10 divided by 3 is also going to be a true 3. So $75 each spot here. Count is at 10. Ooh, double down. Now it's at 11. Double, please. All right, stand. Still at 11. Still at 11 and 10. Look at that. Nice. Do I have enough? One more. There we go. Counts at 10. Still going to be betting 3 green here. You can kind of see how quickly that pile grew. That's the benefit of card counting. All right, count was at 10. Still at 10. It's going to be a hit. 9. Still a hit. And 10. I think we're going to stand on that. It's going to be a hit. Let's see. What are we at? 10? Yeah, not quite for the deviation yet. Close though, but it's going to be a hit. Was at 10, now it's at 9. Okay. Still a hit. And too many. Counts at 9. And 8. All right. Let's see here. This was 11, 12, and is that 20? Yeah. Okay, counts at 8. Now, there's definitely more than 3 in here, so I'm going to do something. It does take a 9 divided by 3, but because there's more than 3 decks in there, that means there's less than 3 decks in the shoe. So I'm still going to be betting 3. All right, it's close. This is one where it's probably okay to round up because we have a running 8. 8 divided by is probably like 2.5, 2.75 or so. Should be enough to round up there. All right, as long as it's above about a true 2, I say round up for more EV. All right, I was at an 8 before this one. That cancels back to 7. It's going to be a hit. Still a hit. Too many. Back to 6. It's going to be a stand. And 5. All right, so the count is at 5. Okay, 5 divided by, I'd say that's probably 2.5 remaining, is a true 2. So at this point in the shoe where things get a little more interesting. Oh my goodness, talk about interesting. Hey, look at that. Do I have it too? Nope. All right, so it was at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and back to 1. So a couple of blackjacks. Congratulations. Okay, counts at 1. So we are going to be betting our minimum again. Look at that. We started off with 2 big green piles. Now we have 3. Hot dog. All right, counts at 1. Still a 1. A 1. Back to 0. Take that. Still 0. Betting the minimum. Still 0, all a bunch of neutral cards here. 1, now you can stand. And 0. All right, so it was at 0, now it's at 1. Gonna stand. Back to 0 and 1. No blackjack. Now it's at 2. It's a hit. 3. It's a hit. And back to 2. Too many. And back to 3. Okay. Hey, that is definitely a true one. Count is at 3. That's nothing. 4, 5, 6. All right, that's the hit. 5, stand. 6, still 6, and 7. Oh, 20. But count shot up there. It is at 7, a running 7. Okay, and probably right below 2 decks left to be played. So 6 divided by 2 will be a true 3. So 7 divided by 2 is also going to be a true 3. Count was at 7. Okay, now it's at 8. Stand, stand. 9, 10, 11, 10. What is that? 5, 15. Counts at 10 and 9. Look at that. Nice. That's why you bet more. All right. Counts at 9. Okay. Similar. 9 divided by probably 1.5 now, I would say. 9 divided by, so if you think of your multiples of 1.5, you should always know these. So you have 1.5, 3, 4.5, 6, 7.5, and then anything more than that, once you get with this bet spread, at least we are going to be max betting. So if you had a 1 to 6, that'd be one more, but we'll be betting 5 green on each. Okay, because we have a running 9. 9 divided by 1.5 is our max bets. Are you ready for this? Ooh, look at that. Nice. Okay, it was at 9 and it's still at 9. There is a deviation for this, which we are at. Right? You can always kind of tell at the end here by the number of chips that you have. This one, if you have a soft 20 versus a dealer 6, this doubles at a true 4 or higher. It's the same thing for when you split 10s versus a 6. But a lot of people don't like to split 10s, but they don't mind hitting or doubling on a soft 20. So we're going to do that. This isn't probably a expanded deviation if you aren't sure. Okay, count's still at 9, so we're doubling down. There you go. All right, so we went from what, at 20 to at 18. Not bad. All right. Still at 9. This is going to be a stand. Can we bust? Yeah, that's why you do it. All right. Take some green from this one. That dropped it to 8, by the way. Okay. Whoop. Stay in there. All right, we got a 8 divided by 1.5. Remember, 7 divided by 1.5, or 7.5 is enough to max bet. So that's all we need to know. Counts at 8. 9, 10. No blackjack. It's going to be a hit. Stand. Still 10. It's going to be a hit. and 9. Ooh, and 8. So they beat us. All right, counts at 8. Still gonna max bet here. Got plenty of green to do it. Oops, one too many. All right, counts at 8. No blackjack. Oh, there's the cut card. It was at 8. Back to 7. Cancel, cancel. That's a hit. And 8. Hey, we finally have this deviation. We're going to stand. 16 versus 10 stands at any positive running count. So 7, 8. It's going to be a hit. 7. That's a hit. And that's going to be a stand. So back to 6. And still has 6. I think I beat you on both of those. So a couple rough losses there to end it. All right, I had a 6. Before we get to the count, though, let's see how much we won in actual value. So I don't think we tapped into our black chips at all. So let's check these ones out. It was, let's see, we'll go groups of 4 here to get hundreds. Okay, so I think we started off with 1,000 in green, which should have been here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. So we ended with 550 in the positive. So not too bad there. All right, let me move these off to the side. Being up 550, I think you'll take that. All right, I had us at 6. Let's see if we were right or not. This plus our burn card should get us back to 0 if we were correct. It is kind of hard to announce the game and count, though. So if I'm off by 1, I'm sure you'll forgive me. All right. So let's see. We're at 6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If I'm right, this is going to be a 7, 8, or 9. Oh, I was off by 1. Dang it. All right, so again, I'm going to keep this in here just to show you that this is not acceptable. I still need to practice a little bit. Again, I can make excuses that announcing it and talking is incredibly hard if you've ever tried that before while filming yourself with that pressure. But I don't want to make excuses. I need to be better. So I should have been back to 0, and I was not. Still walked up a little bit, or walked way up in terms of actual value, but not acceptable. So until next time, hopefully you can do better than me. This is A1 Blackjack.